Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today I'm finally going to be covering the short film that was played during the Godzilla Day. I'm sorry it's taking this long to get here. I've had a few issues making this video due to just it's not like recording correctly, so it was going to be out yesterday, but that didn't happen. Then it was going to come out the day before that, but I got really busy. So I've I've been trying to get this video out, and I'm finally getting it out now. So let's watch this incredible short film. I've watched it a couple times now because I've recorded this video already and it just hasn't worked out. So I'm still gonna try and give you my thoughts as in depth as possible and fresh into it, so as I possibly can. So let's get right into this. So it has to do with the short film, but also doesn't. That intro there, I think it's absolutely amazing. I mean, obviously we've seen this intro before. It's not new to the short film, but the 70th anniversary intro is really freaking cool, and I think it's a perfect intro to show the history of Godzilla. That's all I gotta say about that. I just wanted to just be like, just shout that intro out because it's so cool. Another thing to note is that the backdrop in this, Toho usually doesn't use such basic black backdrops, but I think it actually works in their favor here. It makes all the colors pop, and it makes the miniatures pop, and the suits as well as later on when you see the beam battle, it makes that pop out way more than it would on like a blue black background or just like a Mount Fuji background. So I think this is definitely something that Toho might want to consider doing more often. Really good example. Right here, the blue really just pops on the black background as well as that gold. So just something for Toho to consider. You can see the miniatures really well in the scene on the left. It looks really amazing. And then another thing to note here is, I mean, you all saw Ghidorah splits Godzilla's fire breath in half, which we've never seen be done before. So I think it's definitely something to note, and it's very a cool concept. I mean, to see Godzilla's fire breath spit like this, and I mean, basically makes all of the impacts less powerful than if it was just one big blast. So that's cool, and really makes this Ghidorah feel, or maybe more the most powerful version of Ghidorah. I really like Jet Jaguar's design here. It, I mean, obviously this is a newer, like the suit was remade, whereas Final Wars and Dream K is reused, because obviously they don't still have the suit like working from all the way back in 1970, 73. So it's a new suit, but the new suit just looks amazing. Like the lit up blue eyes looks so incredible in the silver face. For Jet Jaguar deserves an award here for the incredible stunts that he does. He makes Jet Jaguar feel human, but at the same time not. Like it's like he's just like a robot fighting, and like he doesn't. You wouldn't see a human busting out these things, but like you might see a robot, if you know what I'm saying. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So it works perfectly, and then Ghidorah feels like this towering presence. So once again, a great job to the suit actor in Ghidorah. Honestly, in this short, I feel like Godzilla's the one that doesn't stand out as well. He's kind of the um, like he's kind of forgotten. I feel like he spends a lot of the time just kind of standing around while Jaguar and Ghidorah do stuff. But I mean that's okay, you know. Like it's a good that other monsters other than Godzilla were getting time to shine here. So I by no means have no issue with it. Another thing, Jet Jaguar getting weapons like the Gigan claws. One, I love that it plays into previous shorts in the series by Godzilla defeated Gigan, and then they use the claws as hands. And then I also really like that we're sticking with this Jet Jaguar getting weapons thing. I think that base Jet Jaguar with nothing, he's like King Kong. He can't keep up with the newer era of kaiju that are just so strong. So I think that giving both of them weapons especially Jet Jaguar, who's a robot, so it really makes sense for Jet Jaguar to have weapons. Um, I think it's definitely the way to go. You know, in Singular Point, he had the like staff, and then and or the spear, and then in this now he has these Gigan claws, which I think actually look really great. And I will probably be buying the um, what's it called? The Bandai figure that has the claws on him. I have a couple things to say. So I'm glad that the anti-gravity beams come back, and that Kaiser Ghidorah uses. I think I mean, it's one of my favorite abilities that a Ghidorah uses. I mean, uh, you know, Ghidorah like it's kind of a one-trick pony. It feels like with just the regular gravity beams, but then characters like GMK Ghidorah add in that big energy blast that he does in the film, and then Kaiser Ghidorah, with the anti-gravity beams. It just does a great job of kind of spicing him up, every once in a while. So I'm glad that the anti-gravity beams come back. And then the colorization, you'll notice that it is red, white, and blue. Um, I love that because it's just reminding us that like Ghidorah's original design was going to be red, white, and blue, and it was going to be representing America. Like their big bad was going to be a representation of America. Obviously, for I mean, obvious reasons that didn't happen, but I like that they brought it back here for these anti-gravity beams. First lands down here, looking as cool as ever. I love that just a second ago, when he was in the anti-gravity beams, he had the foam coming out of his mouth. Um, I I mean, I can't remember. I think he does it in Final Wars, but he does it multiple times in the Heisei era, especially in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah when King Ghidorah's choking him out. So I really like that. Um, and just so a small detail that like you see that and you're like, oh, like I remember that from this movie. It's little stuff like that that I just love when Toho does with Godzilla projects. This is my one fault with the short is this right here. What actually even happened? Like, there's no explanation. There's no like, I mean, unless it's in Japanese later on. There's no explanation to it. Jet Jaguar seemingly just takes the blast from Godzilla to the back, goes flying, and then then Ghidorah is somehow hurt by that. It's not shown that he absorbs the power and blasts it into Ghidorah or anything. It's not shown that it goes right through Jet Jaguar. It's not shown that he moves out of the way because it clearly does hit him. So I don't know. I can't figure it out. Maybe somebody in the. So a very beautiful shot there. Not this. This is kind of strange, but right before it, with the big, like, sunset backdrop, it really looks beautiful with all the orange and Godzilla going into the water there. This short really just has everything about Godzilla. Like, this would be a great thing to show people that you want to get into Godzilla. It's short. It has fun fight scenes, recognizable monsters. It's got the cheesiness of the Showa era, the seriousness and emotional of the Heisei era, and just the crazy outlandish fighting that happens in the Millennium era, with the great effects. I mean, it's got everything for all the genre or all the eras, and there's no reason not to like appreciate this short film. I'd say it's the best of the five. Really, I think it by far tops all the others. This one is amazing and was definitely worth staying up for to see this thing live. That is all for me though. I think it's an absolutely amazing short film, and I mean I would love to get that Blu-ray set so I can watch all of them together. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. It means so much to me and helps out the channel. I'm still looking for hot takes, so if you've made it this far, please do me a favor and go in the comments below and just leave a hot take about Godzilla. It can be about the short films, it can be about the figures, it can be about anything. Just it has to be related to Godzilla and even like Kong, Jet Jaguar, Gamera. Any of like the big four in the kaiju monster world, I will gladly take in. I just want something, So if y'all can do that for me, I'm trying to turn into a video later down the line. So that's all I've got. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.